Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode on my YouTube channel. And today's episode is special because it's about mental health. Well, mental health, I think we all have our mental health issues. We have our depressions, we have sadness, we have so many problems, we have conflicts in life, but how we deal with them and how we tackle them is what is important. Now, what had happened was that as soon as I got married, I remember I used to have many problems. I used to have conflicts with myself and with people, and I used to be very depressed about that. And I used to talk to my husband about it. And you know what he used to say? Come on, don't be so depressed. Go read a book, listen to some music, go for a run, have some tea, or maybe you could call up somebody. That is what he would say, and he would never sit down and he would never ask me, okay, what happened to you? Can you tell me what exactly happened to you? He would never do that. He would never have that sympathetic kind of a gesture towards me. And I somehow felt very left out, I felt that maybe he was not caring enough. Maybe he was not being loving enough. Maybe he was, I don't know, he was trying to avoid me or something. Maybe I was feeling like that. But then, all throughout this period, now what had happened, remember I told you, I don't know if you watched my previous videos, where I told you that in 2009, I had a serious bout of depression. And I didn't have anybody to talk to because if I talked to my friends, they'd be very worried. If I told my parents about it when they were still alive, if I told them about it, then they'd probably be even more worried. I didn't have a friend who I can confide in about what was happening to me inside my system because I'd become really, really fat. And the reason was my depression. Okay, now let me tell you what my depression was all about. It was about me becoming very, very fat. And I wanted to kill myself. So in 2009, I had serious plans about either ramming my car on the Horai Ghat and, falling from there. Or then I aborted that idea because I thought maybe it's not going to work out because suppose my car doesn't go down into the water, then what happens? That was one worry I had. Then the second thing I wanted to do was maybe ram my car onto a stationary truck or something, and then maybe I could have saved I would have killed myself. Then the third thing I wanted to do was I wanted to have some poison and die. So these were the plans which I had to kill myself. Then what happened was because my husband had given me all that strength, that I couldn't go and confide in him. And then, now if I had been very dismal about it, that okay, he's not doing this, and I would have gone into a kind of a cocoon and isolated myself and felt really sad and very desperate about the fact that I was not being given support by my husband, then what would have happened? I would have become a weak person. Now what had happened is that because I took charge of my life, I started coping with those problems myself. The mechanism was that I was looking at solutions for my own self. So when in 2009 I had this problem, I'd become too fat, I started reading a book, and when I started reading that book by Dale Carnegie, Stop Worrying and Start Living, I realized that all the problems that I have were just so transitory, they were so temporary, and that I can come up with a solution of each of these problems. So I started looking at these problems, like I started looking for solutions, and that is when I became much stronger. So even though I tend to feel sad sometimes or depressed or something like that, I make sure that I talk to my mind that there is nothing called depression. I can easily work on this, and I work on myself, I work on the situation, I work towards solutions, and that is when I come up with this amazing solution myself that one solution that I have that all of you can work is to smile. And that smile, even if it's a fake smile, your mind, your brain actually thinks that it is a real smile. So like my mom had taught me that you need to keep smiling always because you get less wrinkles, and if you keep frowning, you get more wrinkles. So you need to smile a lot. Even when you're feeling really sad and depressed, one solution that I've come up with is to smile and maybe listen to a lot of music. Dance, jive, even if you're working, you can just jive to the music. That is a good solution. And there are so many more. You can make yourself a nice cup of tea and sit by the window, look out, and maybe if you can see the trees and all, you can start meditating. Meditation is so good for your depression or your thing. And the other thing that you can do is to talk to your best friend, to confide in your best friend that you're having a problem. This is what is happening. Someone who will not go and spill the beans on you. Someone who's not going to go and tell someone else, okay, Tina is having this problem, you know what, and you're not all over the news the next day. So talk to somebody like that, and so you feel a lot lighter, and that person may have a solution for you. If you don't have a solution yourself, but don't take any drastic steps like I wanted to do in 2009. You should be able to take decisions for your own self, and you should have a coping mechanism. And the coping mechanism for me is to talk to myself and become more positive, because I have become a very strong person in the process of not talking depression all the time, not getting into that rut of feeling sad and kind of out of sync all the time. So I have started coping with my own self, coping with my own problems and coming up with solutions myself. So you need to do that yourself, and otherwise if you don't have that, you have me. So anytime you want to speak to me, just pick up the phone, you have my number, and you can just call me and tell me that you have a problem, and we can sort it out. There is nothing in this world that does not have a solution. Every problem has a solution. Every lock has a key. So if you want to unlock those unlock those problems and lock out all your problems and just come up with the solutions, then you can talk to me. Or what you can do is start with your own coping mechanism. Start talking to yourself or to your best friend or to somebody you can confide in. The rest, like they say, is always about happiness and love and sharing and caring and empathy. And I love all of you so much. Do keep in touch, and I'm going to come up with the next video very soon.